Overindulging never ends well. We've all been there. Body has limits, and nicotine is no exception. So what happens if you push it too far? Can you actually overdose on vapes and nicotine pouches? Let's talk about it. Overdose sounds scary, but let's clear something up. An overdose just means you've taken more than the recommended dose. Poisoning, on the other hand, is when the body can't handle the amount that you've taken. A nicotine overdose is highly subjective, since in most cases, there is no recommended dose. People just consume the amount that they need. Poisoning is the real concern, and it may come in two phases. Stage 1 symptoms are often described as nic sickness. Most nicotine users have experienced this before. I certainly have. It's like the body's way of saying too much, slow down. But it usually isn't dangerous, assuming the symptoms don't become too extreme or progress to the next level. Personally, I don't know anyone who's had more than a headache, dizziness, or maybe slight nausea from consuming too much nicotine. But you should still be careful and listen to your body. If you're experiencing phase 2 symptoms, don't try to just sleep it off. You probably need medical attention. And here's where things get messy. Nicotine tolerance is a wild card. It depends on body size, metabolism, experience, hydration level, and many other factors. In other words, never compare yourself to someone else. The only way to determine your tolerance is by listening to your body. Regardless, a serious case of nicotine poisoning from typical use is highly unlikely. The biggest risks? Children and pets accidentally ingesting it, DIY mixers handling high-strength nicotine base, and irresponsible users. Look, if you cram a full can of Zins in your mouth or try sub-ohming 100 milligram nicotine base, that's on you. Just prepare yourself for a very bad night. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. While I can't say it's impossible, it just isn't a realistic concern. The lethal dose of nicotine for healthy adults is now considered to be at least 500 milligrams. There's just no way you could possibly consume that much within a short period, especially when you factor in the following. Only about 10 to 40% of the nicotine in pouches and vapes is absorbed into the bloodstream. Involuntary vomiting would likely prevent someone from ingesting a lethal dose. Again, accidents can happen with reckless use and handling, but healthy adults without underlying medical conditions have no reason to worry. Yes, you can overdose on nicotine, but the consequences are rarely extreme. Just listen to your body, stay hydrated, and if you push it too far, just take a break and consider it a lesson learned. And if you're stacking pouches like poker chips or vaping like your rent depends on it, maybe rethink your life choices. Moderation is key. Let's wrap it up. Nicotine sickness is common among new users. It's unpleasant, but not usually dangerous. Serious nicotine poisoning is rare, but possible. Watch for extreme phase 1 symptoms or any phase 2 symptoms. A life-threatening dose of nicotine? Not a realistic concern with typical use of nicotine products. However, nothing is unrealistic when it comes to reckless behavior. Respect your body, consume responsibly, and don't be that guy.